Hey, it's Eric G. Around the House is sponsored by Baldwin Hardware. For 75 years, Baldwin Hardware has been known for its first-class quality and craftsmanship in door and cabinetry hardware. As an alumnus of the Baldwin Hardware Design Council, I can say I have seen the details and quality from design to the finished product. If you're looking for a new style and old-world craftsmanship, I can tell you there is only one Baldwin Hardware. Check out what would look great in your home at baldwinhardware.com.
Get you on the radio, yeah, you gotta get on the radio. It doesn't take a long time.
Gotta get on the radio. Welcome back to Around the House with Eric G. This is our midweek special. This is where we try to fit in the stuff that maybe we missed last week. We're not going to get to this next weekend. And I love just touching base with everybody. And we're going to do a little bit more with this midweek special coming up. I might even do a few long-form interviews, just kind of have some fun in here that doesn't take up the entire show on Saturday. Thanks for joining us. I wanted to touch base a little bit. We had to do some changes here with the show just for technology and to be honest, really to be able to handle people in other states and other parts of the country that are now listening to the show. So we had to do it a little bit differently because we're doing the show. We're not able to put the callers in like we used to. And I'm not going to get into the details of that because it really doesn't matter. But we're having to do it a little bit differently now. So if you want to be in the show, and I want to have you in the show, we'd love to have you in the show, you're going to give us a call at 503-521-7072. That's 503-521-7072. Now you're going to call in, and if we answer, great. If not, we're going to take your name and number, and I'm going to call you back, and then we're going to put you in the show. So this does two things for us. One, it's not going to have us where you're waiting on hold for a half hour to talk to us. We're going to value your time a little bit better. And for anybody else that's listening all over the country, or if you're just listening on the weekends, maybe it's a Saturday night because you're working the overnight shift. There's so many people that listen across the country at night and all these different times out there. I want to make sure we take care of everybody equally here. So call in. I'll call you back. Put in the best time to call you back. Usually it's within a few hours or within 24 hours you'll hear back from me. And I'll be the one calling you, and we're going to put you in the show. So that's how it's going to work, and that's the best we can do with the situation. But I think it's going to work out better for everybody, and that way I'm not going to be able to rush and try to slide you in the show sometimes. So I think it's going to work out pretty well from that one. Well, I wanted to welcome and introduce a new company to our sponsorship at Around the House with Eric G. Here in the Portland area, Vancouver, Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington, that is, we have a new sponsor, SealX, SealX. These guys are at sealxpro.net, so SealXpro.net. You'll hear me in the ad say seal like the animal, X marks the spot they're going to repair, and pro like the team that's going to come out to your home. So what do these guys do? They're really cool. So if you've got that bathroom that you put in recently that's all tile, so maybe you got that travertine floor and the marble walls or the limestone walls or any of that in your bathroom, or maybe you just got that grungy grout that's in between the tile, it happens. Well, guess what? They will come in. They're going to clean it all up. They're going to steam clean. They're going to get that thing all dialed in for you. Get it as good as it can be gotten. Then they're going to come through and seal it. It's going to save you so much time. And if you're paying a house cleaner, it might even save you some money in the long run because they're going to come in and do it. And then it's going to be so much easier to keep clean from here on out because it's going to be sealed. When it's sealed, it doesn't give anything for the dirt and stuff to soak into, so it stays on the surface. So by them coming and doing it, they can get that bathroom looking like new again. Now, here's the thing. Maybe you've got that granite countertop that's looking a little dingy. Maybe you got a party coming up. Give these guys a call because what are they going to do? They're going to come out and repolish, clean up that granite. If you've got any areas that maybe you, maybe you got some wine on it, it discolored it. Maybe it's got a sheen issue because you spilled something acidic on it and it took the gloss off it. and deglazed it. These are all things that they can come back and do different repairs on to get it dialed in. Then what are they going to do? After they get it all dialed in and looking like brand new again, they're going to come through and seal it. That way it's protected. So that's the thing with granite, stone, limestone, marble, travertines, any of these different stone products as well as grout. They're porous, and if you don't keep them sealed, you can ruin them just with stuff going on. If you've got that white marble bathroom, let's say you got that beautiful white Carrara marble bathroom, you're sitting in the tub, maybe the dog comes by, knocks over your glass of wine. If that grout and that marble isn't sealed, you got a big problem, and you're going to have those guys coming out and doing a repair job to get that cleaned up and get that repolished and get that wine pulled back out of that stone. Because you got to think of it, stone like that, it is just one big sponge. And if it's not sealed, it's going to soak back in. So more information about these guys, you can catch them on my Facebook page, Around the House with Eric G. Or just save your time, go to sealxpro.net. And they will get you taken care of. So trust these guys. I really like them. They're just starting out here in Portland. It's a brand new company. And they've been doing it for a long time in other markets. They just came into town and really like them. So give them a warm welcome. If you have to have somebody coming out and doing some cleanup at your house, maybe it's getting that tile dialed in, or maybe they're just going to come in and polish up those granite countertops before you have company coming over for spring break or something like that. They can do it for you. Seal X Pro. Good people to deal with there. Hey, I wanted to say, too, coming into spring here, so if you're in the western side of Washington, western side of Oregon, you're looking at spring yard care. It's time to start diving into that. So kind of getting that time that I wouldn't mind hitting the spring first layer of, we're starting to get warm enough that it wouldn't hurt to actually hit a little bit of fertilizer on that lawn. Now, if you're over in Bend, Tri-Cities, you can't even see your lawn maybe. So that's another issue depending on where you're located. So you're going to have to wait a little while longer. You're not ready. But with temperatures coming up here this weekend, getting close to, getting much closer to the 70s than we have been in the past, upper 60s, I think we're looking good for some good weather. So it's a good time to get that stuff dialed in. I think it's a good time to see if you can get that yard looking really dialed in. And speaking of yard, I'm going to talk about it this weekend a little bit too, but I'm going to be playing with some new battery-operated yard tools. So I've got some coming in. They're on the truck right now, so as soon as they come in, I'm going to give some reviews. I'm going to play with them hard at my house, run some video. We're going to test them and see how well this battery stuff works. I hear it works great, but until I run it around my yard, that I really don't know how well it's going to work. So we're going to play with that a little bit coming up here in the next few weeks, so stay tuned to that. So this weekend, we've got Robin Daly coming on from Daly's. It's Robin Daly Paint and Interior, basically. So she is our paint princess, and I say that because she grew up in the world of paint. She's designed paint lines. She's named paint. She has dealt with all of it since she was, just able to go to school. So she grew up in a paint family. And so Robin Daly is our guest this week. And a couple things we're going to be talking about. People always wonder with paint, you see that paint all in one. It does all the different things. It's primer, it's paint. But they still make primers. So we're going to dive into that to see what's the deal with that. Is it actually really a primer, and is it actually really paint? So we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit. Then I wanted to talk about this weekend as well and ask her about, you see a $25 gallon of paint, you see a $75, maybe $100 or more gallon of paint. What's the difference? Are you just getting taken? Is it, is that value there? You're going to be surprised about what her answer is, because I've dealt with her for a long time, and you'll be surprised what she has to say. What I like about it is she's an interior designer, so we don't have somebody from a paint company coming on here and pitching their wares, trying to sell you on something. She's just going to get down and dirty with it and tell you what's right and what's wrong in the world of painting. So we're going to dive into that a little bit this weekend on Around the House with Eric G. So in a nutshell, thanks for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. Listen to the podcast here. We are really getting close. I think by the end of the week or early next week, we're going to be at 100,000 listens. And I want to thank every single one of you out there that are listening. I don't care if you're in the Portland area, you're in Seattle, Tri-Cities, Bend, or all of you along the East Coast that are listening now, and even over in Vietnam and everywhere else out there, we have got great listeners across the world, across the country. And that is one of the main reasons, too, that we decided to come up with this phone number to get you to call in. So that is 503-521-7072. Call in, leave a message. I will call you back, and I'm going to put you in the show. All right, we will talk to you and see you on Saturday. Thanks again for listening to Around the House with Eric G.
We have some exciting news about the Around the House podcast. Do you want to be an Around the House insider? Our premium membership gives you early access to the weekend podcast, exclusive access to our back catalog of shows, special email access to me, Eric G, with your own home improvement questions with a priority email address, plus exclusive new shows and extended content. Click down into the podcast show notes for the link to the Around the House Insider membership for less than the price of a beer at happy hour. Join me for this limited amount of exclusive members. And thanks for listening to Around the House.